still going, the Frenchie. He's down again. Oh, good throw.
It's just need a little booth for me, just out to the right. Would have been perfect to go up on top of the roof.
Yeah, they need to extend this, I'm not going to lie.
Because this could, I mean, this is too big just for squads.
Yeah.
It's too small for everyone.
Yeah.
They should have made the whole thing of corner glass.
Yeah.
Instead of factory. Nothing's going to happen now. Because this is just brand new, isn't it?
Yeah, in the last couple of years.
They won't touch it as well. Quick warm up thing.
Yep.
Hi guys.
Hey, how are you?
Good, thank you.
Hello and welcome to Ford Park here in Belfield for the MPJFL and the YJFL Interleague series across the winter school holidays. My name is Liam Vertigan and it's a pleasure to be here with you today for midweek football here at Ford Park. It's a wet, slippery Wednesday morning, which might be in a little bit of an effect on players from both sides. There's a little bit of a misty rain is falling here at the moment. It's going to be a cool sort of midwinter's morning into afternoon, and we've got some great football here this afternoon and this morning. The under-16 girls will get us underway first between the YJFL and the MPJFL, and then the under-16 boys will get us through the early parts of the afternoon starting at 12 o'clock this afternoon. Of course, we've got some magnificent sponsors that sponsor not only the YJFL but the media partner that we are promoting through today in Gameface. And a special thank you to the YJFL's sponsors, the Collar Group, Rookie Me and Swinburne University, and our magnificent sponsors down at Gameface, bringing you some of the action from the YJFL in 2023 and Woodard's Real Estate of Manningham, with over 100 years of real estate experience to their belt. If you were buying, selling or renting go down and visit the team down there. Bendigo Bank and at Doncaster East and Templestowe. If you're needing to open up a new account or try and work out buying your first home and all that sort of stuff in between, go down and see the teams down there. They'll look after you, that's for sure. Catapult Sports, they provide sports tracking for individual performance and team performance. Get in touch with the team at catapultsports.com. Kaiser Australia Physiotherapy. With my back the way it is half the time, I'm definitely going to need some physiotherapy as I'll roll into cricket season as I get older, that's for sure. Anytime Fitness with over 500 gyms across Australia. Anytime, any body, any goal, Anytime Fitness is the location for you to start your fitness journey today. Get in touch with the team on anytimefitness.com.au or visit a gym today. Smile Place Dental, the Progress Medical Centre, Toyota. Goodness me, Toyota's hopped on board. How good's that? £15 Cafe and RNH Advice and Management. Throughout the morning, you'll hear such things as the game being brought to you by the Collar Group this morning for the under-16 girls. Play of the day brought to you by Woodard's Real Estate Manningham. We've got to keep an eye out for that. Goal of the day brought to you by Catapult. The Mark of the day brought to you by Bendigo Bank, Doncaster East and Templestowe. Player of the match brought to you by Rookie Me. And, well, Swinburne Uni are going to get an awful lot of love this afternoon and this morning as they have got the scoreboard sponsorship early on this morning. Got Tom next to me today. He's looking after me in terms of camera work. And I'm sure he'll do a magnificent job as he usually does and has been throughout the last couple of weeks. And if you're a YJFL player tuning in today, just enjoy the action at home. Regular home and away season isn't back until the 16th of July. The end part of the school holidays and the fixtures for round 10 to 14 have been released. So get excited as finals aren't too far away across the YJFL. As the YJFL side just make the way off the ground now for their warm-up. And as the umpires are about to make their way out this morning, got a full crew, which is always good to see in these interleague games. So we're about 5 minutes away from a start here. 20-minute quarters will be the way to go, or the way of the game this morning. And I'm sure it'll absolutely fly by this morning. This time last year, during the winter school holidays, it was the return fixture of these representative series games, with the YJFL travelling on down to RJ Rowley Recreation Reserve in Rye for their games, and certainly remember one of those days quite well. I think there was about 4 or 5 games back to back to back in the one day, a very big game, or a very big day I should say, and very hectic that was. Just waiting on both teams to come out onto the ground now. The Mornington Peninsula Junior Footy League team went off after their short warm-up about 5 minutes prior before we went to air at 10 to 10, I should say. And we're going to see some of the very best players across both competitions today in what should be an enthralling contest. Little bit of a crowd building here. Friends and family and players of the second game filtering into the Ford Park facility nice and early to get a bit of a view here as the misty rain just intensifies here a little bit at the moment. It's very hard to probably tell through the camera, but as I look out the window here in the scorer's booth and broadcasting area, it is just falling quite annoyingly but heavy enough. As the Mornington Peninsula Junior Footy League side comes out into the ground, led out by Maya Berryman. Good to see a nice group there up and about for what should be an exciting game of football here this morning. So obviously in the recent weeks gone by here at Ford Park, we've seen a lot of scoring to the right of screen and not an awful lot to the left. But today there is absolutely no wind, still as anything outside, so it should be nice and even for both sides. As now the YJFL side come out onto Ford Park for the first time today. Umpire has just asked for the captains to come to the middle of Ford Park to do the toss of the coin. So co-captains will be the way of the game here for the YJFL. Always good to see that it's shared duties. Coin has gone up. And the Mornington Peninsula Junior Football League have won the toss and will kick to the right of screen. The co-captains for the YJFL are Lara Brown and Francesca Anderson from Richmond and Bulleen Templestowe, respectfully. And before the game gets underway, and if you're just joining us, lots of sponsors to thank once again today. We'll just go through those once again before the game gets underway and the teams go through their final warm-ups and everyone gets into position for the YJFL. Their sponsors, Collar Group, Rookie Me and Swinburne University. And the game face sponsors who are bringing you the stream today, Woodard's Real Estate of Manningham, Bendigo Bank, Doncaster East and Templestowe, Catapult Sports, Kaiser Australia Physiotherapy, Anytime Fitness, Smile Place Dental, Progress Medical Centre, Toyota. Oh yeah, oh what a feeling Toyota. I'm still concerned whether if it's Bun Bun or Bon Bon. Remember that ad last year where she lost the teddy bear? Pretty sure it's Bun Bun. £15 Cafe and R&H Advice and Management. So the umpires are just getting set and ready to go there in the middle. Good to see they're on top of it. And they're asking the teams now to get into their positions as we're ready to get this game underway here, the under-16 girls, the YJFL between the MPJFL. Rain is still falling in that misty sort of fashion. Few umbrellas are around at the moment. A lot of beanies around today and a lot of puffer jackets. The Melbourne Essential on a mid-winter's day. Kathmandu, Macpac, whatever you've got. Got to wear a puffer jacket in winter. Final message is just being delivered to the respective sides now. We should see a start any tick of the clock after they break away into their positions. So the YJFL have broken away from their huddle now. They'll quickly get into their positions and in very quick fashion as well. The Mornington Peninsula Junior side have now broken away as well and will quickly scatter themselves into their positions. It's going to take a while for both of these teams to figure each other out, you feel, and get a feel for the game and a feel for the conditions. The ground it's in okay conditions. It's a little bit patchy in some areas. The tinginess of green have fallen off the ground. It looks a bit brown in areas, but some still really good areas of the ground. So both teams are in position. Just about ready to go here. Under 16 girls. The MPJFL and the YJFL representative series about to get underway here from Ford Park in Belfield. Umpire holds the ball aloft. Siren goes. We're ready to go. Berryman gets the first hit out of the ruck there that time. Brown tried to rove the football and wrapping it up straight away. Didn't give much of a chance for Muir to get rid of the football. Chance for the Steelers to go forward first. Little one goes forward, bounced all right for Judge. He got hands onto the football and eventually handed it off to a teammate in Murtick. Got a little kick away. Little soccer going forward by Brown. Umpire says that's in danger though, and it's a free kick to the Steelers and going to Litchfield. So Litchfield now inside forward 50 for Mornington Peninsula. It dribbles its way towards the boundary line. Few reinforcements start to run back for the YJFL. Upley McNamara. She had the football stolen off her, so it still opens up an opportunity here for the Steelers. Big pack forms around this football. Opportunity here for McKee. She picked up the football and was held to her immediately. It's a ball up again. Bit of a draw there in the ruck between both of the young ladies there as the ball is held in once again. It's another ball up if you're just joining us here. It's a 20-minute flat quarters, no time off, no time on here this morning. There's a good leap in the ruck there that time by Brown. She got the first hands to it in the ruck. She got it down and the ball is held to Tegan Murtick again and she can't get rid of it, and another ball up. Hit out of the ruck there that time by Hoffer for the Mornington Peninsula side. A little bit of territory gained back for the YJFL, but still locked inside the forward 50 of the Steelers as the ball comes out now just about, gets to the edge of the forward 50 for the Mornington Peninsula junior side. Handball was a bit too hot for Brown. She couldn't quite control the football. Ercolano got a handball away. Little one down the line, finds itself in front of the interchange bench now. And here's a little bit of run for the YJFL through the middle part of the ground. Going towards the football here this time is Bianca Martin. She was just dispossessed and the Mornington Peninsula Juniors come away with it once again, and now here's some of their run inside forward 50. Kick inside forward 50 was the right idea, but just came off hands. Opens up an opportunity for McNamara to get a little one free. She did. It's held to Colano once again. She got it free in time for Muir. And a sling tackle, yeah. The right call has gone against Isabella Hammock. And it's a free kick to Bianca Martin. So we've been seeing the sling tackle call or the dangerous tackle call being pretty well called, not only in the elite and local senior levels, but down in the junior grades as well. So the safety of the play is always a priority now. Good smother off the boot there by Berryman. So it still opens up an opportunity here for the Mornington Peninsula junior side. It was a little handball over the top there that time by Brothwell, who opened it up an opportunity and a little bit more space. Another sling tackle free kick for the YJFL. So that's the second one that the Steelers from the Peninsula have given away now. And they bring the ball back towards the middle of the ground. Running towards the football and dropping the mark there. That time was Morsecco. That was Jacinta of Mornington Peninsula Juniors. And picking up the football there that time was Bender. It's a ball up again inside forward 50 for the Steelers. Head out of the ruck there that time. Berryman again. Superior in the ruck so far today. Little handball to herself was the right idea by Ercolano to try and gain some territory back, but it hasn't worked out just yet as Willow Hoffer has the football, tried to barge her way through, did all right in the end, but just lost the football. And Eliza McNamara has the footy held to her, and it's a ball up again. Head out of the ruck there that time. Hoffer in the ruck there that time. Ercolano, had the football. Dispossessed from her pretty quickly. And it's just a bit of a territory battle at the moment. No one really winning out anything. And we've gone nearly 5 minutes and no score on the board. So just an absolute heap of numbers around this football. Brown had the football on ground level and not letting her go was Jacinta Masecco. And it's another ball up. Umpire's not mucking around, comes straight up and straight down. Judd just gave it off really to Muir, and she got a little kick out toward the broadcast side. Isabella Hammock kicks the ball inside forward 50, bounces kindly there that time for her teammate and Georgia Goss. Gave it off that time to Irving. She kicks to the opposite pocket, where in waiting there that time was Brothwell. Ball, a little bit of a tunnel ball out the back there that time, this time for Richards. Gets a little one forward, and it's been cut off by Brothwell, who goes to the top of the square, and it's been turned over and marked by McNamara, who's had a heap of the football early for the YJFL, and her kick out of the back line finds Martin. Martin with a centering ball, nearly a nice mark there for her opposing side there in Irving. Couldn't quite bring it down as Ercolano lays another tackle, and it's a ball up again inside forward 50 for the Steelers. Berryman do a bit of open space. Brothwell, handball to no one in particular. Strong tackle by Francesca Anderson there. That time results in another ball up. So the ball comes free here this time. A little bit of open running for the Mornington Peninsula side. Ball goes inside forward 50 there that time. Little soccering kick was missed by Holmes. And it goes over and out of bounds for another boundary throw in. So 6.5 minutes gone. No score yet on the Swinburne University scoreboard. As the ball is back in. A little bit of a shallow throw in that time, and the field umpire says we're going to have to do that one again. Ball back into play. Holding the front position there that time was Hoffer. It got down to Jacinta Maseko. She couldn't get rid of the football. And we'll go again. The ruck. Good tackle laid there that time by Abby Maseko. Took McKee to ground. Ball near the boundary line. And our score to get over there that time was Litchfield, and a good tackle by the Steelers. So in the ruck there that time, it was Berryman and Brown. And give it the benefit of the doubt to Berryman in regards to hitting the ball out. Little ball comes out of defence for the YJFL. Doesn't go an awful long way, but it's as if the Mornington Peninsula side have the wall set up at the moment, not allowing much going past their forward 50. That ball's gone over and out of bounds on the full. So McNamara will take the free. McNamara runs a bit of an arc and has found Lucas. Now Lucas gets it to the middle of the ground where numbers favour Mornington Peninsula here heavily. They're able to take a relieving mark. Push the ball back towards the forward 50, just going through the hands there that time of Simmons, it looked like, as the ball umpire was pinned out a free kick. So inside forward 50 again for the Mornington Peninsula side. Comes off the centre hands, will come to ground level. And the reinforcements arrive. It's like nearly a little bit of tunnel ball there about to prevail in the end. But just stopped dead on the ground there, the footy. Good head out of the ruck. McNamara clearing ball. Finds Anderson, and Anderson ran herself into all sorts of trouble. Umpire said she just got rid of the football in the nick of time. Oxnam gave off a little one. Didn't particularly find a target, and now it's an absolute pile in over the top. And the umpire will call for a ball up. Two attempts at it in the ruck there that time for Haranos. Went up in the ruck there for the YJFL. Little kick forward, comes off a couple of sets of hands, and the MPJ go forward once again. Bounces forward. Should have been a legal disposal there, perhaps to McKee. Didn't get a boot to the ball though, but did dropped the footy as if she was trying to kick the ball. Opportunity here for Maseko. Kicks it across the face and didn't allow Willow Hoffer any favours before it went over and out of bounds for a throw-in. So the ball back into play here now. Here's Richards. Little one goes forward and it's okay, hit up one of her teammates and there they choose to go towards the outer side. It's being held in. Little one tapped forward. Numbers here favour the YJFL, but this is where things tend to just go a little bit awry for them as the Mornington Peninsula side usually build a little bit of a wall here. And now here's an opportunity for them going forward further. As a free kick's been pinned out in the middle of the ground, it's going to McNamara. Or I should say it's actually Barbenda. She goes forward. Comes off hands, comes to ground level. Opportunity for Irving if she can hold on to the football, but instead she lays a pretty good tackle and holds things up there just to the left of the centre square. Ball comes up and down to the ruck. Oxnam dispossessed. Litchfield. Handball's off. High ball back towards the middle of the ground. A couple of players sitting underneath it, couldn't bring it to ground. Isabella Hammock over the top of this footy here for MPJ. Couldn't quite get rid of it. Umpire circling and he will call for it. Love the mullet on this umpire. Very regal. Ball up and down it comes. She was on the ground there for a second. Murtick. She got the football, gave it off to Anderson, and Anderson kicks inside forward 50. First time that the YJFL have gone inside forward 50 this morning, and now the ball is back into the middle part of the ground, and another push here for MPJ is looking really likely. And just dropping the football there at that time was Phoebe Pearce. And it's a free kick to the YJFL. She's just a little bit perplexed into how that was holding the ball. Richards goes for Middleton. Sends one high. Comes off Muir. And now they're inside forward 50 here. So good opportunity here. There's numbers here. Running into an open goal is Palakis. And she'll pop through a goal. And the first one of the morning for the YJFL. Very good young player, Ali Palakis. Commentated her a few times for her home and away team in St Mary's. Very good in that leadership group there for St Mary's. And the YJFL are 1 straight 6. And the Mornington Peninsula Junior Football League yet to score on the Swinburne University scoreboard. As the ball is back in the middle, that's probably a early contender as well for our play of the day as well. Brought to you by Woodard's Real Estate Manningham. As the ball goes forward once again here for the YJFL. Comes off hands, now a high ball I should say. Bounced at a bit of a right and left angle. Opportunity here for Martin. She gave it off there that time for Malloy. Malloy inside forward 50. It's going to bounce and dribble its way towards the boundary line. Driving in from the side and picking up the football there that time. It looked like it was Pudney. Ball close to the boundary line here and the umpire will call for it. Little hit out of the ruck there that time. Would have gone to Anderson. Ball still inside forward 50 for the YJFL. Ball comes to the outer side. Here's to go for the MPJ. They push the ball forward. Handball comes to Billachagia for the YJFL. Umpire circling. Allowing them to play on for the time being. And they hold the ball in nicely. They put a lot of pressure on one another here. Not really giving an inch. Which is good to see. Hard at it football early. Little soccer forward. Now it's a proper kick forward. Opens up an opportunity here for Adams. She couldn't get rid of the football before she was taken to ground. A ball up in shoes. Good read off the pack by Pamela Ercolano. Her little handball was stolen. And yes, very good mark. I agree, sir, who was standing out the front there. As McKee takes a nice mark above the head. Slippery footy in wet conditions. Little one forward, bounces just short, opens up a opportunity for Goss. She went for a run, tucked the footy under the arm, kicked the ball inside forward 50, and with a delightful pass, hits up the captain in Berryman. So Berryman not wasting any time. She'll instead pass off, and that is very, very good football. And she has found Holly Simmons. And Simmons will probably kick from about 25 metres out on a very slightish angle, if at all, to level the scores here potentially. Little one's on the way, gets to the top of the square, comes off hands and goes through for a behind. First score of the morning for the MPJFL, gets them to 1 behind. And the YJFL are 1 straight 6, 5-point lead to them on the Swinburne University scoreboard. As things continue to brighten up here from Ford Park here this morning as the ball comes out of full-back, and just being a little bit too good there that time is Ashley Villachagia. Taking a nice mark there. She kicks the ball forward, comes off a couple of sets of hands, comes to ground level. Litchfield tries to get the ball forward to her own advantage. It works out all right though for Irving, but her kick just ricocheted and opened up an opportunity here for Judd. She was unfairly pushed in the back, so it's a free kick to her. Judd goes to the outer side where absolute packed form. It was like a pack of seagulls wanting some leftover chips. Anderson takes the mark. She kicks to the outer side, comes off the hands there that time of Andrews, spills out the back. Still an opportunity for the YJFL over the top. It was Brothwell, couldn't quite handle the football. Now the ball will try and dribble its way forward. YJFL still have control of the football here, so they've done quite nicely to evade the would-be tacklers of the MPJ, but they've stolen it off them, and they kick the ball towards. They go inside forward 50. And now here's an opportunity for the YJFL, although being tackled to ground there that time was McKee. Handball over the top. Still in control of the football here. Brothwell first one there for Mornington Peninsula. Babender over the top as well. Simmons gets one towards the top of the square. It swung wildly and at the back end of her kick. Batten's just gone across the face and through for a behind. She gets onto the scoreboard for the first time today in the behinds column. And for the second time this morning, the Mornington Peninsula Steelers onto the scoreboard. 2 behinds plays 1 straight. Under 2 minutes to go now in the first quarter on the Swinburne University scoreboard. Ball out the back. Glitchfield not able to control the football, although she goes in for a second time, and in the end McKee comes away with it, kicks the ball back towards the middle of the ground. Jacinta Maseko just tried to run her way through, but couldn't quite evade the couple of would-be tacklers there that were waiting in the YJFL, and it results in a ball up on the broadcast side. So we always love it when the ball comes to the broadcast side. Little ball goes forward, goes past the outstretched hand of Lucas. Nearly works out the back. And very tactfully handballing to herself there was Palakis, but she just did it one too many times and she's been done for holding the football. Gia Russo. She sinks the slipper into it. It's an inside-out torpedo looking thing. Comes off the hands of McKee, still at the ground level. The YJFL come forward with it once again, and it's hit up Andrews from the Q Comets. Andrews to a one-on-one. Good late fist there that time by the YJ from the MPJ. It was Jessica Morsecco again. And the ball goes over and out of bounds for a boundary throw-in. We've got half a minute to go. And it's the YJFL, the home side here, by 4 points. Good throw-in too by the boundary umpire. Very enthusiastic, good leap with it. Offer over the top of the football. Had 2 tacklers to try and contend with, that being the co-captains of Brown and Anderson. She wasn't getting out of that tackle. Hover out of the ruck there that time, got it down to ground level for Erlicano. She was waiting there. She's instead taking a tackle of Kate Filippone to the ground as the siren is about to sound for quarter time. And it does so now, and as we go through the first quarter, it's quarter time, and we look over to the Swinburne University scoreboard. It's the YJFL, they're 1 straight 6. They're leading the Mornington Peninsula Junior Football League 2 behinds. For our match sponsor in Collar Group, you're watching the YJFL and MPJFL Representative Interleague Series. We'll be back in a couple of minutes for the second quarter of play.
The Bachelor of Exercise and Sports Science here at Swinburne is a really good course. I found it really entailed a lot of the principles of exercise science as a prescription to live a healthy and happy lifestyle.
Step back to
the Exercise and Sports Science degree at Swinburne, it's a 3-year undergraduate course. One thing we've really honed in on is the practical aspect of the course.
We have access to so much equipment such as gym aware, treadmills and a whole lot of exercise testing and exercise prescription equipment that we can use.
You've got your knee.
Comprised of 4 muscles. We have so many resources here at Swinburne that you're able to utilise and make yourself the best exercise scientist you can be.
Congratulations, you got the job. I just got off the phone with my client and I couldn't wait to call you and tell you. I know this has been your dream job for some time, so you can have a better sense of work-life balance and actually get to spend more time with your kids. I'm genuinely so excited for you. Congratulations again, Sophie.
Collar. Recruit a better way.
The current footy landscape requires more from coaches than ever before. With so much going on, it can be difficult to keep up. That's why the Rookie Me team has developed RM Coach, the AFL accredited coaching platform to help coaches stay organised, educated and on top of their game. Check out coach.rookieme.com. RM Coach, evolve the game.
Everyone knows Australia has 4 big banks. But there's another big bank snapping at their heels. It's been around for over 160 years, has 1.9 million customers nationwide who bank in branch, online or with their mobile app, and is regularly voted one of Australia's most trusted brands. Who is this bank that has everyone's attention? Welcome to Bendigo Bank, the better big bank.
In life, you have to play by the rules. Fit in. Don't be too thin. Or too bulky. You have to be perfect. Try harder. Go faster. Know your limits. Calm down. You shouldn't be doing that. Where in
back in 30 seconds, by the way. Yep.
Welcome back to Ford Park. The second quarter about to get underway here between the YJFL and the Mornington Peninsula Juniors. And it's the YJFL, I should say, leading by 4 points. It was a good hit out of the ruck there that time by Berryman. She got it forward, but the YJFL initially stole the footy back, but now the MPJ steal the football and go forward. Good tackle there that time by Litchfield. And a ball up in shoes for them here. Ball up out of the ruck there that time, and Ericano got the little handball forward. Didn't find a teammate though. Ball works its way at the back here for the YJFL, and they bring the ball down the broadcast side. But holding her front position there that time was Giarusso. And it's a little bit of a kick-to-kick there as the mark has been taken by Pamela Ercolano. Putting herself up early for the Rookie Me match of the player of the day. And once again, a nice solid mark there taken there by Mizuki Brothwell. She goes towards the forward 50, comes off a set of knees, I should say, and getting to the football first was Richards for the YJFL and wasn't able to dispossess of the football. Another ball up here. Good leap in the ruck there that time. Lara Brown. Ball inside forward 50, and here's Willow Hoffer. Had a presence down in the forward line in the first quarter, and now she has an opportunity here to kick perhaps the first goal for the Mornington Peninsula Steelers. She runs in. Kick maybe just comes off the side of the boot, but it goes to the pocket, and running onto it and taking a mark here is Phoebe Pearce. No, correct. It is her? Yes, it is. Said to make sure we had the 1-5 and not just the 5 on the back as Pearce comes in and kicks a behind. Goal umpire leaving us all intrigued in what was the score there. 3 behinds for the Mornington Peninsula Junior Footy League. YJFL 1 straight 6. 2.5 minutes gone here in the second quarter, and that's looking over at the Swinburne University scoreboard as the ball goes out to the outer side. Ball bounced very kindly for Ercolano. She was eventually dispossessed. It was stolen by Jacinta Moresco. Ball goes inside forward 50. Running back onto it is McKee. She must have thought the ball went over because she did stop in her tracks, but did stay on the field to play for another minute or another half second, I should say, and then eventually went out. Ball back into play. Misses the rucks there, but bounces backwards. Brown was wrapped up by Berryman, and it's a ball up again. From the restart, give it to Berryman there that time in the ruck. Came down to McNamara, and McNamara's kick goes forward for Ercolano once again. Very, very busy. Her kick went in the direction of Malloy. Malloy dropped the mark, but she was able to pick up the football and give a handball off, but it was stolen by Brent. Now the Steelers look to go forward once again, but Ercolano again with another very good tackle holds things up. And another ball up in shoes on the outer side wing. Berryman out of the ruck, but down to Ercolano, who gave the handball off to Oxnam. Oxnam's little handball didn't find one of her teammates. Picking it up there that time was Litchfield, and she was met in a tackle. Another ball up occurs. Comes up and down in the ruck pretty quickly. Opportunity for Muir, but the footy didn't sit for her. Brown taken to ground in a pretty good tackle. No prior opportunity for her. Irving did the tackling work. still on at ground level. No one able to pick up the football. The cavalry arrives for both teams, and it's a ball up right in front of the YJFL interchange bench, as you can see over there. Brown got a pretty good leap in at the ruck there that time with Berryman. Don't know if she got the hit out though. Little handball comes out the back. Hard football to control at the moment. That's holding the football. Ooh, umpire had the whistle to the mouth. Didn't blow the whistle though. Works out okay. Malloy got a kick forward for the YJFL. Couldn't quite find a target that she would have liked though. And something that the Mornington Peninsula side do very well is have numbers set up at the back of the football. Handball from the YJFL wanted Ercolano, but she was down to the ground level. Oxdam met in a pretty good tackle there that time by Phoebe Pearce. Ball goes forward towards the middle of the ground, off hands, nearly works itself out the back, and here go the Steelers once again. They get a kick back towards the middle of the ground. Opportunity comes off hands, not quite being able to pick it off there. Malloy gets a kick forward for the YJFL. Now it's a bit of a foot race to get to the football. Getting a very kind bounce and getting to it first was Palakis. Palakis will kick to the top of the square, and God nearly got the very kind bounce, but hits the post. So her forward threat continues to be a concern perhaps for the Mornington Peninsula junior side. She's now kicked 1-1, and so have her team. They're 1-1, 7-3 behinds on the Swinburne University scoreboard. Ball came out of full back and it pops back inside the forward 50 for the YJFL very quickly. Murtick gave the handball over the top. Little kick goes towards the top of the goal square. It's going to pitch and roll. Here's Palakis again. She's going to have to spin around two would-be tacklers and gets another kick away and pops through her second goal of the morning. Just mentioned about her forward prowess and how she's very dangerous, and she's kicked two in the morning now. The YJFL go to 2-1-13, and the Mornington Peninsula Junior Football League are 3 behinds. Nearly 6.5 minutes gone, quarter number 2, Swinburne University scoreboard. Ball has made its way back to the middle of the ground. Good little jump in the ruck there by Estelle Haranos. She's in the ruck here that time, the player from the Templestowe Footy Club. Commentated her and her team in the last couple of seasons across the YJFL. Good tackle there by Anderson, just to hold up Jacinta Maresco there that time. Good leap by Berryman there that time. She got the hit out. Little handball backward from Ercolano. Goes forward, and this one finds Andrews. So good control of the football here early from the YJFL in this second quarter. Ball inside 450. Nearly a really good grab there by Malloy at the ground level with a slippery footy, but they'll be very happy with where this ball is, although it nearly got better as Anderson's kick nearly found Palakis once again. But she does the tackling work on the back up and was able to hold the football in momentarily. Ball back in the middle. Or ball back in the ruck, I should say. Anderson with a tackle. Umpire calls for it again. So it's in the forward pocket here for the YJFL, about 20 metres out from home. Trying to rustle her way through there was Oxnam. She gave it off to Malloy, who gave it back to Oxnam, who was dispossessed. Has been tackled there that time. It looked like Malloy. No, it wasn't. It was Ella Giarusso. Ball up and down out of the ruck. Pack still forming over the top of this. Anderson just holding in that football. I'll say it for the first time today. The umpire will get sick of balling it up here. Might pin out a free kick. Oxnam. Little kick away. This might work out well perhaps for the Mornington Peninsula junior side. Good intelligent tap there by Irving, but it only went as far as Andrews, whose kick goes across the face and out of bounds before Grace Barnes can control the football. Ball back into play. Good read by Ava Little. She's got the head out of the ruck here that time. Now here's an opportunity for the Mornington Peninsula Junior side. Kick comes towards the broadcast side. Ercolano got the football. Murtic kicks the football forward. Couldn't quite find a teammate with that. Anderson set upon straight away, but did a nice spinning 360. Got to kick it forward. Nearly there for Little, marking it close to home. Umpire's nodding his head. I think that's a goal. Okay. Well, that's interesting turn of events there. I thought that was nearly going to be rushed through for all money, but it's turned out to be the third goal for the YJFL. They go to 3-1-19, and now the Mornington Peninsula Junior side of 3 behinds. A bit surprised still with that call. That's a goal to Murtic. She was the one that kicked the ball forward. Okay, just got to recompose myself after that. Still surprised. Ball back in the middle. Opportunity here for Mornington Peninsula now to push the ball forward. Hammock had the football. She tried to get the kick away in the nick of time, but she did nicely to work its way up towards the forward 50. Taken to ground by Irving. Well, Irving, I should say, was taken too high there that time by Haranos. Well, this is Cassidy McKay, I should say. So she kicks, and unfortunately for Lucas, she dropped the mark. High tackles the call. Free kick to MPJ. So here's their goal, their best opportunity so far this morning. Kick inside forward 50. Couple had front position, came off a set of hands. Little one goes forward and across the face by Bidgood. 4 behinds plays 3-1-19 on the Swinburne University scoreboard. It's the YJFL by 15 points. Middleton will come out of fullback with it. Good little bit of purchase on the kick. Rain has subsided here too at Ford Park. That real fine misty stuff. Little soccer of the ball forward there that time by Maresco. Helped out Brent okay. Handball comes to Litchfield, who kicks nearly across the face. Opportunity there was red hot. And I think a push in the back is the call that it is, and it's Nalu Brothwell now who will have the opportunity to kick one for herself, and the first one of the morning for the MPJ, and she's probably just rushed that one a little bit and kicked a behind. Five behinds, Mornington Peninsula Junior Footy League, YJFL 3-1-19. 7.5 minutes to go here in the second on the Swinburne University scoreboard. Ball comes out of full back. And flying in from the side and taking a candidate for mark of the day there is one of the another numbers we don't have. Look like a number 8 we're missing off our list here. Sorry, it was the number 6. It was Brent. That damn ponytail was in the way. One of the marks of the day. Probably just highlight that one. Mark of the day brought to you by Bendigo Bank, Templestowe and Doncaster East, of course, as the little kick goes forward and has been marked by Willow Hoffa. Yeah, you would think this will be the first one of the morning for the MPJ, and it sure is. Splits the middle. First goal of the morning goes to Willow Hoffa. And now, as we have a look over on the Swinburne University scoreboard, the Mornington Peninsula Junior Footy League are 1-5-11 and the YJFL are 3-1-19. 6.5 minutes to go, second quarter. Ball back in the middle. So maybe a little bit of a momentum shift. Brown tried to barge her way through. Tackled there that time by Jacinta Maresco. Brown. Good acceleration there. Runs the ball forward. skids away across the turf. Good handball backwards there that time by Kennedy. Opens up an opportunity here for Alexander. Little soccering ball centres itself towards goal. Brown once again sends one high, 1-on-1, forward of the football. Nearly there that time for Little. Couldn't quite bring the ball down to ground. Now is a go for Anderson. Anderson got a little one forward for Kennedy. Wasn't the required 15 metres that it would have been to pay the mark. But we have another ball up here near the top of the square in a very dangerous position here for the Mornington Peninsula Junior side. Hit out of the ruck there that time by Brown. Kick comes out very quickly. Comes off a set of hand. Brown settled herself into perhaps going up for the mark, but didn't in the end. Adams is there as well for the YJFL. She arrives in from the side along with Malloy. And it's another ball up. Ball up out of the ruck. Comes to ground. Opportunity for Anderson, who's been busy as well for the YJFL, one of the co-captains. Anderson again over the top of the football. Got a teeny tiny handball forward. Couldn't quite find a target. Little bump there. Took Brothwell off her feet. Ball goes forward and the mark has been taken by Ercolano. And with a nice little kick, just had a little bit too much on it for Malloy, who did get a hand to it, to her credit. Little one forward, fisted forward by Andrews. And then this will be held in, you would feel. Umpire is circling. He did give him another opportunity to try and get the football out. But in the end, it's to no avail. It's another ball up. Good jump there that time by Brown. Been good in the ruck against the likes of Berryman and Co today. Mornington Peninsula Juniors come away with it. Getting herself into a little bit of trouble there that time. Looked like Brothwell once again. Here's Lucas. Holding the ball, free kick was the decision. Lucas with a centering ball. 2-on-2 here, so the numbers filtered across from the Mornington Peninsula Steelers. And here they go again, out of trouble. Bring the ball back towards the middle of the ground. An absolute brick wall was waiting from the YJFL perspective. Ercolano gave a little handball off. McNamara was waiting for it. She got the kick forward. And Brown nearly on the third attempt brought it down to ground, but she soccers one forward very intelligently. Numbers here for the Steelers. Barging her way through there. That time was Little. Little gave off the handball and maybe sold her teammate up the river in Jefferson, and she was taken to ground. It's a ball up. Brown it was, sorry. Brown gets back up and straight into this contest, down to her partner in crime in Anderson. Anderson gets one forward. Here's Ava Little now, perhaps with an opportunity. Polakis comes in from the side to apply some body pressure. Kick up in the air there that time by Giarusso. Was a required distance. Nearly a mark there for Hammock if she was able to bring it down to ground. Andrews now gave it off to Adams, and now it's just a lot of hot in and under handballs here. Maresco gets a kick down the line. Wants Irving. Irving's in a little bit of trouble. She'll get there and get a kick away. Did nicely. It'll bounce and pitch towards the boundary line. Stays in the field of play. Opportunity here for Daly. And the umpire's found a free. No, he did call for a ball up. A little under 2.5 minutes to go here in the second quarter. The YJFL by 8 points. Ball up and down in the ruck it comes. McKay, handball free, goes towards the boundary line, right in front of that YJFL interchange bench. Scraps itself forward. Opportunity over the top of the football, McNamara. The umpire calls for it once again. So the 2-minute warning here in the second quarter. Good position perhaps for the Steelers to push forward and get within a kick at the half-time break. If they can get one here. Little handball came from McKee for the YJFL. Ercolano. Tiny one forward. Oxnam there. Tried to get a little soccer kick in. Anderson there as well. Handball over the top. Just missed Lucas. Few arriving in from the side. Coming in that time, Tegan Murtick. Couldn't quite get a handball free. Martin does now. She was able to find Malloy. Malloy wanted Ercolano, but she was set upon immediately. So the football is most certainly a hot commodity at the moment. Really hot in and tied up at the moment. Can't quite come free. As the umpire calls for it again, we got a minute to go here in the second. Up comes the footy in the ruck. Little one pushes forward. Comes off multiple sets of hands here. Little Soccer tried to come away from Lucas. Surprised it wasn't called in danger. Here's Oxnam, met heavily in a tackle there that time by Maresco. Ball up and down in the ruck once again. Anderson trying to run onto the football. She did, and was set upon in a good tackle by Litchfield, and another ball up. It's got under a half a minute to go, so I've got a feeling that might be a half-time score as the seconds continue to run down as Brent has the football, held to her, gave it off in the end, but Siren's going to beat both teams here. And at half-time, it's the YJFL who still find themselves in front, 3-1-19, to the MPJFL who haven't been without opportunities, I should say. They're 1-5-11. Goal kickers for both teams, 1 to Tegan Murtick for the YJFL and 2 to Ali Palakis, while Willow Hoffa has got onto the scoreboard for the Mornington Peninsula Junior Footy League. So at half-time, on the Swinburne University scoreboard, it's the YJFL by 8 points. We'll take our half-time break, brought to you by our match sponsor in the Collar Group. We'll be back shortly for the second half of play.
The Bachelor of Exercise and Sports Science here at Swinburne is a really good course. I found it really entailed a lot of the principles of exercise science as a prescription to live a healthy and happy lifestyle.
Unrack. Step back to where...
The Exercise and Sports Science degree at Swinburne, it's a 3-year undergraduate course. One thing we've really honed in on is the practical aspect of the course.
We have access to so much equipment such as gym aware, treadmills and a whole lot of exercise testing and exercise prescription equipment that we can use.
You've got your knee.
We have so many resources here at Swinburne that you're able to utilise and make yourself the best exercise scientist you can be.
Collar, recruit a better way.
The current footy landscape requires more from coaches than ever before. With so much going on, it can be difficult to keep up. That's why the Rookie Me team has developed RM Coach, the AFL accredited coaching platform to help coaches stay organised, educated and on top of their game. Check out coach.rookieme.com. RM Coach, evolve the game.
Everyone knows Australia has 4 big banks. But there's another big bank snapping at their heels. It's been around for over 160 years, has 1.9 million customers nationwide who bank in branch, online or with their mobile app, and is regularly voted one of Australia's most trusted brands. Who is this bank that has everyone's attention? Welcome to Bendigo Bank, the better big bank.
In life, you have to play by the rules. Fit in. Don't be too thin. Or too bulky. You have to be perfect. Try harder. Go faster. Know your limits. Calm down. You shouldn't be doing that. Wearing that. Eating that. Suck it up. Suck it in. Boys don't cry. Girls don't fight. You can't do that.
You watch this.
There's no right way. No wrong way. Only your way. Anybody, anytime.
The Bachelor of Exercise and Sports Science here at Swinburne is a really good course. I found it really entailed a lot of the principles of exercise science as a prescription to live a healthy and happy lifestyle.
Unrack. Step back to where
The Exercise and Sports Science degree at Swinburne, it's a 3-year undergraduate course. One thing we've really honed in on is the practical aspect of the course.
We have access to so much equipment such as gym wear, treadmills and a whole lot of exercise testing and exercise prescription equipment that we can use.
you've got your knee. How it
Comprised of 4 muscles. We have so many resources here at Swinburne that you're able to utilise and make yourself the best exercise scientist you can be.
Congratulations, you got the job. I just got off the phone with my client and I couldn't wait to call you and tell you. I know this has been your dream job for some time, so you can have a better sense of work-life balance and actually get to spend more time with your kids. I'm genuinely so excited for you. Congratulations again, Sophie.
Collar. Recruit a better way.
The current footy landscape requires more from coaches than ever before. With so much going on, it can be difficult to keep up. That's why the Rookie Me team has developed RM Coach, the AFL accredited coaching platform to help coaches stay organised, educated and on top of their game. Check out coach.rookieme.com. RM Coach, evolve the game.
Everyone knows Australia has 4 big banks. But there's another big bank snapping at their heels. It's been around for over 160 years, has 1.9 million customers nationwide who bank in branch, online or with their mobile app, and is regularly voted one of Australia's most trusted brands. Who is this bank that has everyone's attention? Welcome to Bendigo Bank, the better big bank.
In life, you have to play by the rules. Fit in. Don't be too thin. Or too bulky. You have to be perfect. Try harder. Go faster. Know your limits.
Welcome back to Ford Park here. I'm just about ready to get underway for the second half here between the YJFL and the MPJFL, and I had to correct myself, look back over the footage of the second quarter where Murtic did not kick the goal. It was actually Francesca Anderson who's got onto the scoreboard and kicked that third goal for the YJFL, and a little bit of a controversy perhaps, as looking back on the footage, it looked like Grace Barnes actually touched that ball through. So let's hope it doesn't come down to the wire and get close. Before the start of the second half, I'd like to thank the sponsors for today, for the YJFL Collar Group, Rookie Me and Swinburne University, and for Gameface, Woodards, Real Estate of Manningham, Doncaster and Doncaster East and Templestowe, Bendigo Bank, Catapult Sports, Kaiser Australia Physiotherapy, Anytime Fitness, Smile Place Dental, Progress Medical Centre, Toyota, £15 Cafe, and the R&H Advice and Management. We've gotten underway in the third quarter, and the first ruck hit out only really resulted in a ball up. As this one now comes forward, an opportunity here for MPJ through Abby Moresco. Now the ball goes forward. Opportunity there for Irving, who got herself over the top of the football there. Trying to run her way through there that time was Adams. Did quite all right as well. Little one goes forward. The mark has been taken by Hammock. She plays on now, goes forward. Bounces unkindly there that time for Phoebe Pearce. Over the top of the football there for the YJFL is Hayley McKee. She couldn't get rid of it, and it's another ball up. It was a very short quarter half-time break. The MPJFL were ready and out there back within a couple of minutes. As the YJFL stayed out a little bit longer, obviously. Ball goes forward here for the Mornington Peninsula side. Hoffer is in a one-on-one here this time with Talia Middleton. Been a good contest, that one. Ball squirts its way at the back. An opportunity here for Adams of the YJFL to clear the football. She couldn't quite do so. Here's an opportunity now for Murtic, who's been very good, and Richards now links up with her. She kicks the ball out wide. Fisted forward by Irving quite intelligently. Wanted her one of her own teammates, but only got Kayla Muir. And once again, a ball up and shoes. So a ball up. Hit out of the ruck. Good leap by Brown. Ercolano gave the handball away. Cheeky little handball to space there from Malloy. It was the right idea to avoid a tackle. Mizuki Brothwell now goes forward, comes off a shin. Kick goes inside forward 50. Bounces a little bit unkindly perhaps. Opportunity for Daly to sock her forward. She did. Here's Richards. Over the top of it, Hoffer just barges her way through. Nearly got a kick to ball, boot to ball, so that was quite smart. Now a tackle is laid on Litchfield, and it's another ball up. 2.5 gone here in the third. Ball back up and down in the ruck it goes. Ball goes towards the boundary. Pack of about 7 or 8 forms to apply the pressure. That ball had no hope of coming out there. So we go again. Comes out of the ruck, ricochets off the body there that time of Middleton. Gia Russo gave a handball off. Tight contest at the moment. Goss over the top of the football. Going down to ground level, Ercolano there that time for the YJFL. Over the top of it, Berryman, the captain, been very good for her side today. And another ball up. Brown out of the ruck, had a good jump. Then laid a good tackle on Gia Russo there and she couldn't get rid of it. The umpire asked for the footy back. Good ruck contest there. That was an interesting handball there. Looked like more of a throw. Here's Anderson. Anderson kicks the ball forward, goes past the hands there of Litchfield. Ball right, smack bang in the middle of the ground. Taken to ground before she could take a boot to ball there was Oxnam. Pops back up. Here's Ercolano once again. Gave it off to Adams. Running off with it there that time was Andrews after being paid a mark. Brothwell had the football stolen off by her and now it's come down to the ground level once again and the umpire says he'll ball it up and try and clear the congestion here. Brown with another good leaf and attacking the football at about 100 mile an hour. She laid a tackle on Jacinta Moresco there that time. Now the ball dribbles its way to the outer side. An opportunity here for the YJFL through Malloy. Got a little one forward. Opportunity there for Little to get down to the football if she can. Nearly got to it. And a good tackle there by Palakis, who's been a good force down forward for the home team. So Little's rotated into the ruck as the ball goes down forward. Went up against Berryman there that time, and I think they both got hands to it in the ruck. As a tackle quickly followed after the ball was thrown up in the air. Umpire not messing around. Gets the ball back up and straight down. Once again, another ball up. Berryman out of the ruck. Here's a chance for the Steelers through Goss with a ball that goes nicely and down the outer side wing. Trying to tap it onto herself here. That time is Litchfield. Slides herself underneath the football. Maybe a little nudge in the back as well as Philippone went to ground as well. Another ball up the call. About 55 metres out from home for the Mornington Peninsula Junior Footy League. Hammock's gone for a little run in the ruck there that time for the Steelers. Got the defining hit out down that time. Richards now with the football. Gang tackled by two Steelers. The umpire calls for it again. Slow old going early on in this third quarter. Opportunity there that time for Litchfield. Tried to scrum the football forward in a rugby league sort of way. Goes over and out for a boundary throw-in. Good throw in there. Allowed both rucks a real good ample opportunity to get the football out of there. Berryman got the hit out though. Kick goes forward here for the YJFL, but not for long. As Gia Russo gets to the football. Little one goes forward. Comes off multiple shins here. Maybe a little push in the back there to Barbenda. No free kick for her. Worries there. I tell you what, it's a hot footy at the moment. No one really able to get rid of it. Tackling pressure is elite from both sides. As we try and go again. So we've nearly elapsed 8 minutes in this quarter and no score has been added for either side. To the middle of the ground, here's Brent. Probably took the mark of the day. Brought to you by Bendigo Bank, Doncaster East and Templestowe. The ball is wrapped up once again in the middle of the ground and the umpire says he'll have it to try and work it out. Berryman out of the ruck. And a good tackle by Hammock on Martin ensures that it's not going anywhere, and another stoppage. Berryman out of the ruck again, another hit out to her, running the other way, and now realising she's got to spin around and kick it forward is Goss. Goss gets it to the edge of the forward 50 for her side. Ball has been scooped forward. Opportunity here for Richards if she can pick up the football. She does. She's chased down in a pretty good tackle, and holding the ball is the call. I just mentioned this tackling pressure, and it's Phoebe Pearce. He'll go back and have a shot to potentially bring him back within 2. One behind on the morning so far for Phoebe Pearce. A very important kick in the context of this game. She's on her approach. Kick is on the way, and she's popped it through. Important goal to her. An important goal to her side. The YJFL 3-1-19. The Mornington Peninsula Junior Footy League 2-5-17. And we've gone nearly 10 minutes here in the third on the Swinburne University scoreboard. Ball back in the middle, 2 points margin. So the YJFL would probably like the next goal. But it is the Steelers from down on the peninsula who are dominating the forward movement this quarter. The mark was taken off a kick inside forward 50 by Brothwell. And it was marked by Abby Moresco. She goes to the top of the square. I don't think that's been touched. Oh, that one has. Through for behind. Good goal umpiring there. Made sure he was certain of that one, and it's a 1-point ball game. 2-6-18 to the Mornington Peninsula Junior Footy League. YJFL the 3-1-19. Ball comes out to full back, and it's going to come straight back in. Ball short to the pocket. Nice loading kick for Indigo Daly. Daly now pops it up to the top of the square, off hands, nearly for Berryman. Still an opportunity here for the Mornington Peninsula side. Good tackle by Irving, and the umpire calls for a ball up. Doesn't muck around, will go again, kick to the pocket, that time by Jacinta Moresco. Indigo Daly nearly ran over the fence. Ball back into play. Don't think there was a ruck nominated there that time. Spinning around the body and popping through her second goal in the meantime is Willow Hoffer, and a big swing of things. The Mornington Peninsula Junior Footy League gained the lead for the first time this morning, and that's very important in the context of this game. 3-6-24 they are, and the YJFL 3-1-19. 8 and a bit minutes to go on the Swinburne University scoreboard. Ball up and down again in the ruck. Been very busy this quarter for the YJFL. Haven't been able to clear the football an awful lot for them. And now they do. They get it towards their forward 50. Need the next goal to regain the lead and a bit of composure in this game. Here's Oxnam. Kick smothered off the boot. Opportunity for Mornington Peninsula to bring the ball out wide. Running onto it here. It looks like it's Murtick. Yes, it is. Got the kick away. Bounced just short of her captain Anderson, but she's clean with the footy. Gets a kick forward. Comes off a shin there that time of a waiting Mornington Peninsula player. The reinforcements arrive, and it's a pile in over the top of the football, and it's a ball up called. Good running jump at it by Brown as well as Berryman. Got to watch out, just got to kick away in the nick of time there, did the Mornington Peninsula player. Met in the middle of the ground there is McNamara, just got a handball away, only went as far as Daly, who had to get rid of it pretty quickly. Ball back inside, forward 54, the Mornington Peninsula side. It dribbles its way towards the boundary line, trying to keep it in front of her is Jacinta Moresco. Hoffer goes to ground. Umpire finds a free for a hold. It's going to Maresco. So Maresco, kick is on the way. She's kicked her behind. $3.725 for the Steelers, 3-1-19 for the YJFL. 6 and a bit to go in the third quarter. 1 goal game, a quarter dominated by the visitors. As the kick comes back into play and it's been marked by Gia Russo. Ball back inside the forward 50. Off a set of hands. Maresco is there. So was Barbenda. And it goes over and out for another boundary throw-in. Ball back in. Good ruck hit out there that time. Estelle Haranos. Kick goes forward here for the YJFL. Front position there. Lucas had an opportunity to get her hands on the football. Couldn't quite do so. There's an opportunity there that time for Ercolano. Umpire will ball it up again. So the ball up comes out of the pack. Nearly an effective handball for Kayla Muir. She couldn't quite get her hands on the football. Does in the end. Was tackled to ground pretty swiftly. Ball forward for MPJ. Finds an opportunity with them. Kick goes across the face of goals, but got to be careful that it doesn't work out for them out the back here, because waiting for it. Oh, gee, that's a knock to the noggin there to both players, and she's gone to check on her straight away and help her up to her feet, which is always good to see. Kick forward there that time by Oxnam. Here's a go here this time for Brothwell. Kicks it to the top of the square and carries the absolute lot of them. And it's an absolute onslaught, you could say now, for the Steelers. They've extended their margin once again. They're showing some real class here in this third quarter. They go to 4-7-31 in the YJFL, the 3-1-19 on the Swinburne University scoreboard. And that's now the third goal kicker of the morning for the Mornington Peninsula Junior Footy League. Four minutes ago, 2-goal margin. Bit of a turnaround here from a good first half from the YJFL. Have gone a little bit quiet. Abby Maresco had the football. Stolen away from her that time by Judd. Ball goes forward. Here is Anderson. Kicks the ball inside forward 50. Opportunity here for Philippone to get the football out. She does, but numbers here favour the YJFL if they can get the football. Trying to be nudged a little bit in the back there. That time was Andrews. She had the football and lost it. Here's Goss. Goss with a kick down the line. Did quite nicely. Comes off a set of hands. Ball goes towards the boundary where Ercolano and Brown are just trying to help one another out. But the umpire calls for the football. We heard that one absolutely get smashed by the fists of Berryman. Didn't go too far. Went down as far as Adams. Kick inside towards the forward 50 by Oxfam works out okay. Polakis just got a handball away in the nick of time before taken to ground by Bidgood. Ball goes forward, dropping the mark that she might have, probably should have taken there was Simmons, but it works out okay because the ball works itself back towards the middle of the ground. Berryman gets the football, gets a kick away, goes towards the forward 50, past a couple of sets of outstretched hands. Holmes gave the handball off that time to McNamara. McNamara's kicked back towards the middle. Nearly found Berryman of the opposing team, but stealing it away again, the Mornington Peninsula side. Daly was nudged to ground. And running herself out of trouble there that time was McKee, but the kick didn't go too far. And now they load back inside forward 50, and that is a blatant push in the back. And it's a free kick here to the to the Mornington Peninsula Junior side. And for the fourth goal of the quarter, it's been added on. And it's a absolute onslaught now. And they extend the margin out to an even 3 goals. The biggest lead of the game. And it is 5-7-37 now for the Mornington Peninsula Junior Footy League of the YJFL. Have been left on 3-1-19 on the Swinburne University scoreboard with a minute and a half to go here in the third. Ball back in the middle. Hit out of the ruck there, that time again by Berryman. Got it down to Litchfield. Litchfield kicks to the opposite pocket, bounces in front of Irving, and Irving's in a one-on-one with McNamara. Irving does nicely to tap the ball to her own advantage, kept it in the field of play. Goes in the direction of Bidgood. Over the top here is Litchfield again. She handballs to a little bit of space to try and get the football back. She nearly does, but she's corralled by a couple of players of the YJFL, and they raffle it off here. Mertic got the kick away, only as far as Abby Moresco. Moresco now inside forward 50, off the hands there that time of McKee. Comes to the ground level, and it's a ball up inside 450 for the Steelers, and I think they're the only team that could score from here. But if you're the YJFL, you don't want them to. It's in a very, very bad spot for them. Ball up and down in the ruck. Irving had the football stolen off her. Here's Oxnam. Handballs forward, will dribble itself towards the boundary, and I think they've avoided any more damage going onto the scoreboard in the third quarter as time is about to run out for the third quarter, but they're going to be down by 3 goals. That's the problem. At 3-quarter time, the MPJFL have added on 4 goals, 2 to no score to lead by 18 points at 3-quarter time. And it was a very dominant performance to really switch the momentum of the game. It's 3-quarter time here at Ford Park in the Under-16 Girls representative game. It's the YJFL and the MPJFL, brought to you by the match sponsor in the Collar Group. It's MPJ by 18 at 3-quarter time. We'll be back shortly for the final quarter.
The Bachelor of Exercise and Sports Science here at Swinburne is a really good course. I found it really entailed a lot of the principles of exercise science as a prescription to live a healthy and happy lifestyle.
Unrack, step back to where
The Exercise and Sports Science degree at Swinburne, it's a 3-year undergraduate course. One thing we've really honed in on is the practical aspect of the course.
We have access to so much equipment such as gym aware, treadmills, and a whole lot of exercise testing and exercise prescription equipment that we can use.
you've got your knee.
We have so many resources here at Swinburne that you're able to utilise and make yourself the best exercise scientist you can be.
Congratulations, you got the job. I just got off the phone with my client and I couldn't wait to call you and tell you. I know this has been your dream job for some time, so you can have a better sense of work-life balance and actually get to spend more time with your kids. I'm genuinely so excited for you. Congratulations again, Sophie.
Collar. Recruit a better way.
The current footy landscape requires more from coaches than ever before. With so much going on, it can be difficult to keep up. That's why the Rookie Me team has developed RM Coach, the AFL accredited coaching platform to help coaches stay organised, educated and on top of their game. Check out coach.rookieme.com. RM Coach, evolve the game.
Everyone knows Australia has 4 big banks. But there's another big bank snapping at their heels. It's been around for over 160 years, has 1.9 million customers nationwide who bank in branch, online or with their mobile app, and is regularly voted one of Australia's most trusted brands. Who is this bank that has everyone's attention? Welcome to Bendigo Bank, the better big bank.
In life, you have to play by the rules. Fit in. Don't be too thin. Or too bulky. You have to be perfect. Try harder. Go faster. Know your limits. Calm down. You shouldn't be doing that. Wearing that. Eating that. Suck it up. Suck it in. Boys don't cry. Girls don't fight. You can't do that.
You watch this.
There's no right way.
No wrong way.
Only your way.
Anybody.
Anytime.
Thanks very much, Arn, down at the Game Face studio there, mates. Welcome back to Ford Park. 3/4 time here. The under-16 girls representative game between the YJFL and the MPJFL. And it's the MPJFL have absolutely swung things around really nicely here, and they're leading by 18 points at 3/4 time, 5-7-37 to 3-1-19. 4 goals to that quarter to no score really has swung it into their favour, and catch-up football is always one of those tricky things to play for in the last quarter especially. So can the YJFL come home like a wet sail, or can the MPJ girls here extend the margin and come away with a really nice victory? Soon to find out. 20 minutes away. Just remember, we've still got the under-16 boys game to come after this. Going to be a cracking game of football, that one. That gets underway at 12 o'clock. And before both teams make their way into their positions, got to get our sponsors out once again for the YJFL. Collar Group, Rookie Me and Swinburne University. And for our Game Face sponsors, Woodards Real Estate, Manningham, Bendigo Bank, Doncaster East and Templestowe, Catapult Sports, Kaiser, Australia Physiotherapy, Anytime Fitness, Smile Place Dental, Progress Medical Centre, Toyota, £15, Cafe and R&H Advice and Management. As the YJFL side have broken away from their huddle, and the MPJ side have broken away from their huddle and enthusiastically running out into their positions. We're about to see a start of the 4th quarter any tick of the clock. First quarter is going to be absolutely crucial in regards to how this game is going to play out, and if the YJFL can get it, well, she's certainly back on even peggings and game on. But if the Mornington Peninsula Steelers junior side get it, you could just about say it's nearly all over and will become very, very hard. Umpire ready to go, just having a couple of kicks to himself, just waiting for a couple of the elite coaching staff to make their way off the ground as he holds the ball aloft in the air now. We're underway in the last quarter. Hit out of the ruck by Brown, got it down. Oh, early set of clearance here for the YJFL. Is this one last dip for them? Good tackle there on Pudney. She was taken to ground, and there was an absolute pile in on the top of her to put the pressure on there. And it's another ball up. Berryman got the hit out to ground. Little one goes forward. Opportunity here for the YJFL. Anderson gave a handball. Pushed in the back. Maybe there was Brown, but the umpire didn't agree, and it's another ball up. Ball up and out of the ruck. A little bit of a Side-on action here at the moment. Little handball came out. Must have just been a handball. Here's Mjertic, sorry. And another ball up in shoes. So they need clear ball movement here. The YJFL. It's been a bit hard for them. Brown. Handball's over the top. Controlling the football there that time was Brent. Ball works itself to the opposite pocket just about. There'll be a ball up again. So important minute and seconds coming off early. It'll become harder as the time goes on in the quarter if no score has been added. High ball, it's fisted forward. Opportunity to get inside 450 for the YJFL. Good tackle there that time by Pudney. Just allowed her opponent to slip free at the very last second. Opportunity here for the YJFL. Little one just went through the legs there of Kennedy. She's set upon straight away. Although the ball ekes itself out, so they're doing nicely. Umpire circling, and he says in the end that he will have it. Brothwell had the football stolen off her by Martin, and it's another ball up. Umpire flicks that one nice and high in the air. No one able to win the hit out there that time. Ball scribbles its way around. A little handball came free from Lucas from the YJFL, and now here go the Mornington Peninsula side. Now, she's got an absolute paddock here in Irving. She took 3 bounces and kicked the ball forward. It was just a little unfortunate there that Goss couldn't finish, but she does nicely to pick up the football and kick the ball inside forward 50, but that's a good, strong relieving mark there by McNamara to halt the charge. McNamara out wide, off hands. In fact, stolen away, I should say, and it goes back inside forward 50 here for the Mornington Peninsula side. It gets to the pocket. Here's an opportunity for them. If they get a goal, it'll become very, very hard for them. Little fresh area there that time. It looked like McKay there that time. Handball comes forward for the YJFL. McNamara was saying she's taken too high. Tackle just lingered there a little bit longer than she would have liked from her opponent, but no harm done there. Good hit out of the ruck there that time by Brown. Kick forward. Touched. Through for a behind. Handy point, perhaps. 5-8-38. Mornington Peninsula Junior Footy League YJFL 3-1-19 on the Swinburne University scoreboard. Ball comes out of full back, nearly on the third attempt there that time for McKee. McKee goes back in there. Good tackle there by Hammock. Brown got the hit out there that time on Berryman. That combination continues. That's a great tackle there. Oxnam got free. Maybe just winding herself a little bit there. That time was Irving. Brown again out of the ruck. Good hit out for her. Ball comes forward. Mizuki Brothwell was underneath that one. It's a ball up again. Tight tackle there by Pudney. Nearly got the football back as Hammock has the football held to her. No chance of getting rid of that. It's another ball up. Ball comes up and down in the ruck. Pudney now over the top of the football. Tackled straight away there that time by Anderson, and it's a ball up. Up goes the football for Litchfield. Litchfield had it and lost it. Muir had the football, lost it as well. So it's hard to really get a grasp on the football here at the moment for the players as the conditions brighten up and get better. Inside out, little bending ball by Hammock. Smart idea. Goes to the edge of the 50 for the Mornington Peninsula side. Handball over the top. Barging her way through there that time and doing quite nicely was Goss. Goss goes inside forward 50 and has hit up one of her teammates, and this is Simmons. Simmons now called to play on. Good communication by the umpire. Goes across the face of goal though. And he's through for a behind. 5-9-39, Mornington Peninsula Junior Footy League. And the YJFL are 3-1-19. Middleton to come out of fullback. Runs a good bit of measure. Gets the ball outside forward 50. Flying in from the side and dropping the mark there was McNamara. Few players underneath this one. Berryman pressured there that time by Muir. The umpire calls for it once again, so we've got about 7 minutes gone in this third quarter. Simmons kicks it forward. Here's an opportunity. Oh, running into open goal. Handball came off in the nick at time, or else that would have been holding the ball. And that just about shuts the gate on things here, you feel, for the Mornington Peninsula Junior Footy League. They pile on their sixth, and they now find themselves 6-9-45 to the YJFL's 3-1-19. And that's with about, as I look over at the clock, 12 and a half minutes ago on the Swinburne University scoreboard. So the ball back in the middle. Berryman out of the ruck. Got it down to ground. Little one forward there that time by Brown. Bounces a little bit unkindly perhaps. Need a centre clearance here. Good job there by Ercolano. Got a kick forward. Nicely done by her. Been very good today. Palakis kicks the ball inside forward 50. Jumping too early and just realising what overhead was Malloy. Philippone gets the ball over the top, goes towards the boundary line. Few players are going to have to run for this. Shepherd provided. Martin just hung out the back a little bit and now eventually attacks the football, but is set upon straight away, and there's another ball up. Colano, another handball for her. Effective 1-2. Found a teammate. Gets it to the top of the square. Is Palakis again. So Palakis for goal number 3, and maybe to keep the door ever so slightly ajar. The kick is on the way, and she's got the whole lot. She's kicked 3 goals now. Ali Palakis. And it's now 4-1-25 the YJFL, 6-9-45 the MPJFL on the Swinburne University scoreboard. Ball back in the middle. A little bit under than 10.5 minutes to go in this last quarter. Ercolano, another handball for her. Van Anderson, Ercolano again. Gave it off for Adams. Adams goes forward there. Inside 50 again. Here, the YJFL. Opportunity again for them if they're good enough. Numbers start to arrive and flood back, and this is where they got to try and hold up here. Palakis over the top of it with a good tackle of her opponent. And another ball up is the result. Ball up out of the ruck, nearly comes out the back. Opportunity here for the Mornington Peninsula Junior side to get rid of it. Hammock just thumps it out of there and it works out nicely for them. Is Brothwell. Brothwell plays on, was corralled by two players of the YJFL, but still got a kick away, goes down towards the boundary line. Irving now gets a kick away, bounces inside the field of play, and it works out well for her team. Ball dribbling forward. Over the top of it was Simmons. Simmons goes inside forward 50, just goes past the waiting arms of Goss, and the YJFL get themselves out of the immediate trouble and look to load through the middle of the ground. Here is Oxnam. She looks to go out wide. A little tricky ball for Palakis, but she works it out quite nicely. Kicks the ball inside forward 50. Little unkind bounce there for Kennedy, but Kennedy went back a second time to grab the football. Looked to give off the handball, couldn't quite find anyone. Opportunity still here for the YJFL. Alexander was spun around the tackle. Ball ends up coming away. Gets to the top of the square and it's touched through for a behind. 4-2-26 the YJFL. The Mornington Peninsula Junior 6-9-45. 8 and a bit minutes to go here in the last. Barnes went to go one way, then decided to go the other. And the kick's absolutely superb, and it finds Brent. There he goes for a little one down the line, bounces in the field of play, works out nicely. Well, not in the end, unfortunately, goes out of bounds. So it's on the Oriole Road side of the ground. Head out of the ruck there that time by Hammock. Had a run in the ruck that time. Ball goes forward. Little handball came free that time by Phoebe Pearce. Ball forward now for the YJFL. Kind bounce there. It was waiting for Haranosh. She kicks the ball inside forward 50. Can they get a mark out of this? Not quite. Goes over and out of bounds on the full. 7 minutes to go in the last, as you can see on the scoreboard over there. Free kick to be taken by Grace Barnes. As the football's just gone into one of the adjoining houses for a coffee, you'd think. So Barnes went to the edge of the forward 50, couldn't find a target, opened up an opportunity for the YJFL to come back inside the forward 50, couldn't quite find anyone there. Little handball came free by Muir there that time for the YJFL. Over the top of it there that time was Anderson. Ercolano gave it off to a teammate whose ball goes to the top of the square and goes through for a goal. So things are still left to be a little bit interesting here. 5-1-31 play, 6-9-45 with 5 and a bit to go here in the final quarter on the Swinburne University scoreboard. Sorry, 5-2-32 it is for the YJFL. Ball up and down out of the ruck there that time. Brown with an opportunity. Stolen away there that time by Bidgood. Gets the ball to the edge of the centre square. Here's an opportunity there that time. Hammock taking the ground in a tackle. Did quite nicely to get rid of it. Umpire letting them play. Good to see. Ball just hovering now and it's a ball up. Hammock out of the ruck, gets it down to ground level. Brothwell now with the ball, taken to ground. Another ball up will come. So 3 goals for the YJFL and they'll get the job done. Mornington Peninsula Juniors just got to hold off for 4.5 minutes here. Handball comes out. In fact, it's slapped forward. Opens up a good opportunity here for them. It's going to come forward. Here's a go for him. That bounce was absolutely awful. And a push in the back has unfortunately gone against Andrews, and what would have been a golden opportunity to score for the YJFL. As the ball comes out of the forward line and going back with the flight of the ball and taking a great mark there that time is Mutic. She kicks back inside forward 50, or just about inside forward 50 I should say, and finds Malloy. Malloy not mucking around, kicks it to about the top of the square, and a good mark there that time by Pudney. She plays on now, tucks the footy under the arm and goes for a bit of a gallop, and that's another great mark. Hands above the head, outstretched by Irving. Irving now, kick smothered. So opens up another opportunity for the YJFL. The ball's, as you can see there on the screen, right on the edge of forward 50, now inside I should say. Oh, and the mark has been taken by Jefferson. To bring it back to 7 points. Jefferson now. Kickers on the way. Won't quite make it. Nearly a mark to Brown. Couldn't quite bring it down. Opportunity for Anderson. Snaps around the body. Misses it all and it goes over and out of bounds on the full. Free kick will go to the Mornington Peninsula Juniors. And to Barnes. Barnes plays on now. And finds Litchfield. And possession football might become a bit of a factor here for the Mornington Peninsula Junior side. Should hang on here as they barge their way through the middle of the ground. Under 2.5 minutes to go in the last quarter now. Spinning herself around and kicking the ball forward there that time. Isla Paris. Ball inside forward 50. Good fist there that time by Holmes. Goes to ground. Still an opportunity here for the Mornington Peninsula side. Going for a run now is Goss. Goss sends a little tumbler to the pocket where Hoffer was waiting. Gets around the tackle and kicks her behind. What would have been a really nice goal. 6:10:46, Mornington Peninsula Junior Football League, YJFL, 5:2:32 with a minute and a half or thereabouts to go in this final quarter here on the Swinburne University scoreboard. Middleton at a fullback. Goes for a run, looks to go onto the Oriole Road side. No mark was taken there. In fact, it comes to ground. No one really able to win the football, but now here's an opportunity for Litchfield. She went on a mad run towards the goals, but it kicked it across the face and it's gone over and at a bounce for a boundary throw in with a minute to go. Ball back into play. Front position held there that time by Simmons. Chance for Abby Moresco to get the football. She picks it up now and is taken to ground. That's gone out of bounds, in fact. Ball back in. Misses both the rucks there that time. It just bounces in a bit of open space. Chance for Litchfield, who got a little kick forward. And being held with the football there that time was McNamara. But it's all going to be all said and done. They were challenged early by the YJFL. They were down early. Another goal beckons, in fact, actually. And running in... Oh, no, she missed, actually. She hits the post. I thought it was a celebration of happiness, but Goss has hit the post from a metre out. But they were challenged early, and they're going to walk away with a very good victory here, the Mornington Peninsula Junior Football League. They add on another 1 goal for in the last quarter to finish on 6-11-47 to the YJFL, who added 2 goals themselves to finish on 5-2-32. A 15-point win to the visitors in a very free-flowing, spirited affair. Player of the day brought to you by Woodards. I'll give it to the first goal kicker of the day. which was Palakis. She ended up kicking 3, of course, and her first goal was off a little bit of play off the centre, which resulted her run down to the goals. Goal of the day by Catapult. Oh, that's a hard one to say. Probably another one of Ali Palakis's. Nice strong mark overhead, finishing off with a good goal. Mark of the day, that goes to JC Brent of the Mornington Peninsula Junior Football League. Strong mark taken overhead with a slippery ball in the early to mid stages of the game. And the player of the match brought to you by Rookie Me. I'm going to give that to Pamela Urkalano from the YJFL. Almost was involved in everything and had plenty of touches of the football today and did a magnificent job. So overall, a good game played between two teams, and it comes to an end, of course, and we still got the one game to go this morning between the YJFL and the MPJFL and the under-16 boys. Once again, thanks to our sponsors for the YJFL, the Collar Group, Rookie Me and Swinburne University, and for Gameface, Woodards of Manningham, Bendigo Bank, Doncaster East and Templestowe, Catapult Sports, Kaiser Australia, Physiotherapy, Anytime Fitness, Smile Dental Group, Progress, Medical Centre, Toyota, £15 Cafe, and the R&H Advice Management Service there. What we're going to do is we'll finish up our live stream here. We'll come back shortly for the second game of our live stream between the YJFL, the MPJFL, the under-16 boys, getting underway from 12 o'clock. I'm Liam Vertigan. Hopefully you enjoyed the coverage this morning, and thank you very much for your time.